gentlemen, it is now time for the 8th MMA contest of the evening. In the featherweight division, ladies and gentlemen, welcome first in the blue corner, Cronin Vs Keoghan. And his opponent in the red corner, Cronin.
Adam Cronin fighting out of the red corner in the black trunks trimmed with red, and he faces SBG Ireland's Cronin Vs Keoghan. 1-1 in the green Hayabusa shorts, and wow, both throwing heavy to start, John.
Yeah, they're not holding back early on here, are they?
Great takedown defense from the SBG man with a nice hip toss, but Cage kept his opponent Cronin up. SBG Ireland had a pretty good night last night competing in MMA, and
they certainly did, yeah.
We have a couple of the amateurs representing SBG Ireland and Inverness on the card here. Cronin Vs Keoghan is the first, and it's got a lovely pace to this fight so far.
Oh, lovely 1-2 there.
Yeah, just touches him up, and then a nice cross as well left. I mean, lovely entry in for that single leg takedown.
Yeah, it certainly was. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether he was going to get it because he didn't really set it up too much with any strikes, but a lovely single leg again. He's working his way to side control now.
Yeah, looking to get in the side control. But Adam Cronin posting up in the hand, trying to scramble to the cage, and does.
He's done a good job there getting his back to the cage and getting back to his feet.
Absolutely. The Irishman, Cronin, had an opportunity there to work with his man firmly on the ground in his corner, but now has to settle for top position in the center of the cage. Some little pitter-patter shots from the bottom for Cronin, and looking to bring that guard up high.
Yeah, he looks like he's working for possibly a triangle here.
Good awareness from Keoghan.
Keoghan looks like he's just taking a bit of a break, just getting his senses about him and deciding what he's going to do next.
Yeah, see Cronin there thought he was going to put the butterflies on the hips and push out, but oh, as he punched himself into an armbar. No, nice. Bit of brute force there.
Yeah,
bit of muscle.
Sometimes when technique doesn't work, you have to just go for brute force.
And Cronin been very, very busy off his back, presenting lots of questions for Cronin Vs Keoghan.
I think if you're going to be on your back, that's the thing you've got to do. You've got to be busy. You've got to always keep your opponent thinking. You've got to be throwing up those submissions. You've got to be looking for the switch. And you've got to be looking to try and reverse and get yourself on top, because that keeps your opponent honest all the time when they're on top.
What we're starting to see as well is that just top position alone isn't enough in the judge's eyes. So the fact that Cronin's staying very busy off the bottom.
It looked like he was trying to work for an armbar again there.
Only a few seconds left, and you know, this is the great judging dilemma, isn't it? He's Cronin on the bottom.
Two guys clean on the feet. We saw Keoghan on top, and then we saw what Cronin could do off the bottom and throwing up those submissions. So it'd be interesting to see how they both play this second round now.
Yeah, it's nice they both got the memo that this was mixed martial arts, and we're getting a taste of it all.
Definitely.
Here we go again, straight into the center of the cage is Cronin, and a bit of aggression for Cronin Vs Keoghan, but he walks into that straight hand.
Yeah, he has to be careful about that, being over aggressive and leaving his chin exposed. Again, there he got caught with a nice three-piece.
All that was missing there was the soda.
Absolutely.
It's a really unorthodox isn't the right word, but it's a really awkward looking stand-up stance that Cronin has. It's not, it doesn't seem quite right, but it seems to work.
Yeah, it's not your traditional stance. He's switching in and out. He's quite fluid with his movement. He's getting his feet, his head off the centre line. It's, like you say, it's awkward, but it's effective at the moment.
Well, back into the same position that we saw for at least the second half of round one with Keoghan on top, but again, looking more just to control and survive as opposed to get anything. And great,
lovely kickoff with the legs there.
Yeah, everything seems very short for Cronin. He keeps everything quite tight and into his body and just looks odd. His scramble there is excellent.
That's fantastic, yeah.
And his cardio looks like it would hold up for days.
Definitely. What I like about Cronin is he doesn't look like he's afraid to get taken down, because he knows that he's got submission skills. He knows that he can get back to his feet. So he's kind of just marching Keoghan down here and putting the pressure on. And he's not fearing those takedown attempts in the slightest.
No, and brave enough to throw the body kick that gets caught, because as you say, right now it does not appear that he's worried at all on the ground.
Gets the butterflies straight away when he's on the ground, and an opportunity there to get back to his feet, but Keoghan does well to get back on top and put some pressure on.
And again, we go back to the dilemma. It is definitely the man on the bottom who is being more active, turning the hips, looking for submissions, using the butterflies. But the simple fact of the matter is he was on the bottom.
Absolutely, yeah. We just witnessed it again there. Just a fantastic use of the scramble to get back to his feet. And so far, when Keoghan's got his opponent down, we haven't seen him do anything. He's not landed any ground and pound. And Cronin is the guy really at the moment who's more active when the fight does hit the mat.
Absolutely. Certainly been more, and there's an economy of movement as well from Cronin. And that's not to say he's not doing work, not being busy, but he doesn't labor anything. Everything very relaxed. And look at this again. Great takedown defense.
Takedown defense that was.
Heavy control on the head. And I think we're starting to see a change in the tide a little bit as this fight has progressed. It just looks like Adam Cronin is rising up a little bit and starting to leave his Irish counterpart a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Luckily for these guys, they're not paying me to judge. They're paying me to watch the fight and talk a lot of crap. So, and again, Cronin takes the center, starts to walk his man down, and it's not just one shot that comes in. He's throwing them twos, threes.
For a guy who's only had 2 fights, I love his composure in here. He's really, as we saw, he opened up the round there, just a 4-shot combination. He didn't throw anything particularly powerful. He's just touching the chin all the time.
Again, controlling where this fight takes place, backing his man up constantly, and as you point out, it just seems that Keoghan just doesn't have any answers to these questions. He's surviving, but he's not able to get anything off first.
No, Cronin's beating him to the punch, and like we say, when the fight gets to the mat, Cronin looks like he's having his way there as well. So Keoghan's got to find something in these next 2 minutes to turn the tide here.
Oh, almost walked into the knee of the body there. Cronin sprawls out, pushes him away. I think we can see where he wants this fight to finish up.
Yeah, definitely. But Cronin's got other ideas.
Keoghan, mouth open a little bit now. Been having to work hard.
I really like how Cronin's cutting off the octagon here. His footwork's fantastic. He's not following his opponent, he's cutting him off, and that's making it difficult for Keoghan to get any space. But we've just seen him land a nice takedown there, but will he be able to do anything with it?
And as we've pointed out, man, Cronin's so composed on his back. No panic, no sense of rush. Keoghan trying to pass to side control. Oh, it succeeds there now, but
Yeah, this is his most dominant position of the fight so far, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do with this with about a minute to go.
Yeah, north and south now. We don't see it very often anymore.
No, we don't know.
MMA, but it, again, moves into the side control. Great, strong hip and buck up there by Cronin, who...
That's a fantastic reversal there.
Timing, technique, speed, and power wrapped up into one. Beautiful, beautiful transition. And now, working from inside the closed guard of Keoghan, who's pushed up against the cage, taking some of those defensive options away.
Needs to work to get back to his feet here or look for the sweep, because it's not a good look being on your back in the end of the third round here.
And again, it's a different... when Cronin was on his back, he was busy, he was active. In this position now, Keoghan is just surviving,
yeah,
and that makes the difference.
He's got that overhook, which is really stopping him from getting back to his feet, and like you say, he's just defending the strikes rather than trying to get back to his feet or work for a submission or anything like that.
Go and show great patience, Adam Cronin, looking to posture up.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges for a decision. All three judges scored this contest a unanimous win in favor of the red corner, Adam Cronin.